Welcome back to the Oceanic Close Qualifier for the Minor Renegades versus Grayhound. Here's the map 3. We've been left waiting a little bit longer than we might have expected, but finally going to get back into the action. Pardon me. Smashed a burger in the break. I've refueled. I'm ready to go. And should be an interesting game. Heading into Mirage now.
It's gonna be bloody amazing. It's gonna be a great game here, and I don't know. It couldn't have been. You couldn't have asked for more, honestly. It's essentially, Greyhound versus Renegades, one map apiece so far, and going to a map which I haven't seen Greyhound play on for a while, Renegades as well. I don't think I've personally seen them play on Mirage for a while, so it'll be a spicy matchup, I don't think they've actually faced each other off on this map before, if at all. No, definitely not, because, Grat obviously being on Renegades now, not in Greyhound.
At least not in this iteration of the lineup.
Yeah, just fresh faces all around. So we are going live for the final map of the upper bracket here today. Winner goes to the Minor, and the loser, goes into the consolidation final against the winner of the other game. But here we are, Sterling, no holds barred, making his way straight out a main. And JKS here holding essentially solo. Grat at jungle will be spotted out. The bomb should be planted for free here. Renegades looking to retake through CT. 4 of them grouping up, and Grat still holding window. But Azza finding the first onto Dick Stacey, who got a bit over aggressive, trying to get that map control, trying to look for a pick. And on the fade shots there, JKM and JKS both taking some damage. Azza, though, finding another headshot onto Dexter. Now in the 3v5, they've got a man on the bomb, sticking it completely. It'll be Azza, and it looks like he's going to be successful with the defuse eventually. So Sterling will fall there. So Urkist picked up the 4K, but just couldn't manage to take down the last man. So Renegades coming out on top, but a bit of a questionable round. Chaos everywhere there on the retake.
Yep. I mean, that's a big bomb plant for Greyhound to be getting, but they're not able to close out that pistol. Retake was super fast for Renegades, and they came in with the momentum. Now it's actually a force-up for Greyhound. Pretty good buy, all things considered. 2 8Ks across the board, only one of them armorless, which is going to be Dexter on the Eagle. They're trying to isolate Grat in window here.
Oh, he's gotten away safely. You can tell he wants to re-peek there. Has a gap in the smoke that he can play, but the smoke should be fading momentarily. And we have JKS playing under the balcony there. Azza, though, finding a 2K over at mid. And falling back after being boosted up onto the double stack. So now Renegades with the 2-man advantage. And Greyhound in a rough position to try to pull it back, but Malta will be heard dropping down at mid there. He saved himself that extra smoke, which he will pick up after throwing the window smoke. So this could be used to try to fake out some information or execute, which it seems like we are going to see. One man over at B, but JKM spotted his legs. Tagged up and tagged down into the grave as Malta shuts JKM down, forcing him out with the Molotov.
Well, Azza under a lot of pressure here, and Azza goes down very quickly. It's just Liaz with the ump left on the side. Dangerous stuff, but Dexter actually picking up Gratisfaction. How is this round turned back away from a 5-on-3? Oh my god, Greyhound completely turned it around and come back strong into the round after losing the first 2 picks. I thought that one was done for, Mac.
You were just waiting for Liaz to make that play, but Greyhound, after getting so many picks, they still just cleared everything. Great fundamentals. Doing everything correctly. Now JKS with the FAMAS has been found by Malta. JKS looking to go for it. Not many bullets left in the clip there, but he will upgrade to the AK.
It's got no kit. I think he's just going to grab that AK and turn tail. Does indeed.
2 flashes. But Greyhound hitting back in a round, once again, that probably shouldn't have gone in their favour.
Definitely not. Renegades had full control there. 5-on-3, and Greyhound just resolved the round by walking up hand in hand. The power of friendship works out for him.
The power of friendship.
They're
The greatest power. Huh?
They're all good mates.
What, Greyhound?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure the Renegades are too. No? Ooh. Ooh.
I don't know. I actually have no idea. Some of them are new, so You never know. Maybe they're bullying the new guys. Probably not.
Just bully the new guys. Yeah, that'll make them perform better. Yeah, right. All right.
Got to test their character, Mac, and this is a big test of character for JKS. Left alone on the bomb side as Jacob goes down.
Oh, gets the angle onto Sterling, tags him down to 46 HP, and he will reposition. But the T's here trying to hold JKS, finding one more, but has a fall. So JKS somehow finding two and holding, but burning in the Molotov, giving up his position, tagged down to 19 HP. Liaz in front of the missiles, aggressive play with the CZ. He's going to take down Dexter, but JKS eventually falling, but so does Liaz now in the 2v1. Grat has the deagle in hand. He might have actually heard Malta at mid there. Can he get the angle onto Sterling? Doesn't want to jump, and there you go. Wasn't even a 1D, he just finished off Sterling. He's found himself the AK, the bomb out over towards default. So Grat essentially has full control, and it's his round to lose now. Malta, more HP, but we'll see how Grat plays this.
Sit right on top of the bomb. There's so many options for Grat here. Malta's going to have to cut some corners here. Hopping on top of balcony is Gratisfaction. To be careful not to readjust into Palace at the wrong time. Actually heads back under the balcony. Malta coming out here. Oh my god, cops the dink through the pillar. You got to be kicking yourself if you're Grat.
How?
It's the pillar.
The timing was completely in his favour, and then the pillar shutting everything down.
The little wooden balcony bit, it's tanked for him, but this isn't an MMO.
That was Malta getting a bit of karma back for the chicken that we saw in the grand finals of the AUNZ champs. If you didn't see that, the man shot at the chicken. He missed the chicken, but he gave up important information that could have turned the tides in the best of 3 against the Chiefs. But anyway, that's a different game. We are here. 4th round of the final map. Grayhound now looking to burst out towards B. CT's all grouped up at mid, and Market is just Grat trying to hold with USP. That MAC-10 is deadly there. Liaz spotting the headshot. Him and GKM teaming up for the 2-tap. Dexter falls, but Malta equalises. Finds that extra $600.
Trying to make as many of those extra $600 as they can with these MAC-10s.
As many extra $600 dues as possible.
Trying to start the farm, get his farm on. It's a farm of not life and growing crops. It's a farm of death.
But surely that shadow's been spotted by Urkist. Apparently not on the repeat though. Crossfire proving too strong. With the default pistols, and Leo's finding another. So Dick Stacey falling as well. So Renegades picking up a couple of free rifles here. Yeah, can they make it in time?
One of those scenarios where clearly the spooky man in the cloak has gone to Grayhound. What will it take to win this round?
But look at that. 3 AKs were saved right at the end of there. So Leo's found the early one.
Yep.
And Azza and JKS teaming up to find the other 2 trying to exit through Market. So Grayhound, you know, allowing Renegades to build a bit of extra economy as they buy up into the 5th.
Look, they got the round win, but it costed them everything, unfortunately. Just going to make their economy pretty cooked at this point. Renegades going to be cheering if they grabbed all those AKs. You can see it the effect of that on their money. As Liaz and JKS definitely don't have $0 dues. Putting some money away for later on.
Oh, but there's the timing. Grat whiffs though. So he gets some damage off, but Dexter finds the 2K onto JKS and JKM. And then Dick Stacey through the smoke, gets shut down. Dexter once again finding another. So 3K for him. He's relying on Urkist and Sterling to shut down the round. Although timing just not going Liaz's way. Urkist though, top of con. Will he be spotted? Both of the CTs here towards the A site now.
Having another great performance for himself. Huge impact. Pretty weird for Dick Stacey to just go jumping up through that con smoke at that point in the round where the bomb's still down in spawn.
I think it would have been a bit more effective if he did it a second or 2 earlier. You know, just to go in with the chaos of Dexter getting the 2K.
Definitely didn't hit the timing there. Well, anyway, not too bad of a situation for Grayhound though. All things considered, 2-on-2, and they're choosing the right bomb site.
But Liaz
flipped the coin and it landed on heads.
Oh, he was smoked off. A deep jungle there. So I didn't see that one come out, but it held the rotate. And then Grayhound with the free plant over at B. Looks like it's going to be planted for Market door there. Oh, although Sterling was ready and waiting. Gets dinked though. Can't connect was given a second chance as well, but Liaz holding strong, waiting for yet another repeat.
These bloody AK digs here back for the Renegades. They're getting robbed. It's 2-on-2. Good post plant for Grayhound, but not unwinnable for Renegades. They're doubling up outdoor here, Mac.
This could be the play, the lineup for Urkist as well as he gets the spray down. Liaz and Azza just couldn't connect enough. Urkist using the headshot angle and Grayhound finding 4 on the T side. Off to a strong start to close out this map on Renegades.
100%. This will be quite the upset, especially on a map that Renegades should be so comfortable on. Urkast just closing out the last 2 frags from that off angle. Such a strong position to be playing in that post plant. Works pretty well there. Grad anticipating the window smoke coming out, but it is not thrown by Grayhound. Grayhound just posturing, taking their time. They understand the money may be a bit low for Renegades, and also they're down a couple of rounds, so they may be a bit more inclined to take a risk than normal. Grayhound trying to wait for those kind of risky plays to come out. Some utility being thrown over the A-bomb side, but it's not going to be a committal here for Grayhound. Instead, it's ideally trying to pull the rotate so they can take some mid control, but Grat's not fooled by any of that.
Going back out. Really spot the feed at mid. No, flashed off the angle, falling into SL. Or ladder. Sorry, that's just a me call. We've gone over that before. But still plenty of utility for Grayhound to try to get somewhere. 1 smoke, 2 mollies. As opposed to Renegades, 1 smoke and a couple of flashes. But Grat, he's already found 1 and he knows that someone else is at mid. It's dirty, it's open. Renegades are aware. There we go. I think Hazza might have just spotted some info. Jiggle peeking at mid. Molotov forcing the AWP back to the B site.
Getting a bit scared here for Grayhound, Mac. They've got very little control. They're only just starting to make their way into con, and there's a pretty one-dimensional push.
Yep.
There's no one on the extremities. 30 seconds to go, and they're going to have to force it up middle. 5 players alive for Renegades, and there's so many annoying corners for Grayhound to have to avoid. There's one of them, Jacob.
Azza as well on the cover. Look at that. Huge hold. The smoke push, not effective at all. And Liaz through the wall there. We'll find his first for the round.
Huge
Grayhound
reset.
being completely shut down at the end. They had the idea, right? They threw the molly into jungle, which forced the jungle player back and split either way through the smoke. But because they did that, they weren't able to trade. And Azza just ran into the Molotov, catching the T pushing through con off guard. I'm not sure who it was exactly. But,
Doesn't matter how they do it, Mac. It's still a 4-on-5 where they all have to commit up connector. It's probably not going to work out, even if you do it perfectly. Pretty hard to pull that one off with 30 seconds on the clock, and that's 5 alive for Renegades. Greyhound's money completely cooked at this point. Full reset for Sterling and Dexter. Fiending for a bomb plant. They absolutely need it.
Maybe they were just hoping for some more aggression on the B side. Grat got mollied off,
They're
but
buying.
with the top con smoke, it was a little bit rough.
Are they all buying? Or is it just Dick?
It could be Dig.
Loves himself the Deagle. There's the mentality coming out for Dick Stacey. You can see how strong it is. He's 0-6 and he still goes for the Deagle and the armor. Try to go for a bit of a hero play and win this round for Greyhound. Make things a little easier for the lads.
It's something
But
that
if he
goes
doesn't
back
make
to
it
the...
work, then he's wasted quite a bit of cash heading into the next round.
Although we may be about to see a burst here. Although the burst turns into a shift walk. But Sterling on the trade with crouch peek. Looking for that AK, playing with fire. And he is going to be shut down. Grat connecting. And now it's all up to Malta here at top mid. The Renegades aren't completely aware of. 4v1. Giving up a bit of map control just to hold those angles. But there you are. The one tap with the P2. Almost traded from Ticket then. Taking the long range battle. Nades being thrown everywhere. Ooh, another bullet landed onto Azza. If he got the headshot, it could have gone his way, but unfortunately for Malta, he just couldn't connect there. But Renegades finding a third and looking to claw back.
Totally fine for Dick Stacey to be able to buy up into that last round if they didn't get the bomb plant down, which they definitely didn't, so not feeling too bad about that one at this stage. They were reset to the double eco, which is a pretty rare sight on the T side nowadays.
Look at that, Grat just making it look so easy.
That's look, I'm not going to say anything, but that's the kind of jump that after so many years of Counter-Strike, you should be able to do that one. You should be able to complete that.
Now deep nade coming out here. Liaz with just a P250 in hand to hold. He's run out of bullets in the M4. Doesn't want to go for the reload and give up his position. Manages to find one and a second as well onto Sterling.
What?
How the hell has he hit the third? I don't even know. Jumping back behind the pillar. But Jacame comes in for the cover. Dexter falls, but what just happened? Liaz with the 3K. I don't even know how that third shot connected.
I don't know either. Anti-eco. They avoid the landmine that is losing to the pistols, which has been the killer for Renegades in both the first and the second map.
Well, Liaz had the M4. He just didn't want to use it. He didn't have the time to reload, but
It's fine. Makes it work.
it's just ridiculous.
Another gun round. I was going to say bun round, but that burger's already finished, so no more buns left.
The bun round was the timeout before.
Yeah, 100%. Bit of a tech pause. Refuel for this exciting map of Counter-Strike. Heaven knows I need it, because this is going to be a close one. Smokes onto window and cat for Grayhound as they try to take some mid-control here. They've got it. Only going to really have to worry about Liaz from the top of connector. Interesting to see him up here. It's mainly because Grat is AWPing towards B this round, which is the change-up. His change-up is positioning, but they're going to isolate Grat, actually. It's a cat split. He's going to have a monumental amount of work. The closest player is Azza. He gets the first pick. Azza's trying to come in through market now.
Oh, but how's he
Doubles
done
up.
it? Isolating his angles so well. Azza with the headshot onto Urkist as well. So in the 2v4 as Sterling manages to find Azza eventually. Jacame shutting down Dexter on short. It's all up to Sterling. They know exactly where he is, but he found the headshot on the JKS. Grat still here in maps. How are we going to see this dealt with? 15 HP, and he just sits in the smoke. Balls of steel, but surely the Renegades know. 5 HP extra of damage has been done, and Grat now in the corner, jiggling, but it's going to be Jacame who finds the angle. I think he shot him through the bottom of the van there.
Yep, he did. Good stuff.
Knowing those angles comes in handy sometimes, and Renegades find that 5th and take the lead here on Mirage.
And that should never be around that Renegades is able to win there. That's just the individuals stepping up, because Grayhound, that was the perfect call for what Renegades was doing in that setup. Grat was all alone there, and the fact that he's able to double up, that's cheating. That's not allowed.
That's
You're not
cheating.
meant to be able to be doing that. You can't just double up from a position where you're completely surrounded. It's not fair.
Oh, and that bit of utilities missed there at mid as well. Unfortunately for Grayhound, which will allow Grat to have a field day, looking for yet another, which he is going to connect on.
It's not what Grayhound want to be seeing. You don't want Gratisfaction to be warming up into a map like Mirage.
Oh, but you don't want that either. Your head just ripped off by Sterling holding W with the Deagle. And in the 2v4, we do see Sterling finding himself the M4A4 over in ladder. The bomb was down, but it has been retrieved by Dexter. No armor on either of the T's here, but they are going to call the audible and take that bomb towards the back of apartments. Sterling here on short could potentially make his way up to B. It won't actually be spotted by any of the players so far. Grat will not be able to stop him from going around the blocks, but he's given up that window control. Stayed sneaky, stayed silent as he tries to help out JKS. But I'm not sure if, not JKS, sorry, Liaz. Over here at Van. So Liaz, I think he might have got the info jump peeking. Hasn't spotted it just yet. Dexter hiding behind the wall. But look at that, the flick coming out. Sterling goes down now. It's up to Dexter, who is going to be spotted. Not shut down just yet. 20 seconds remaining, but the pinch is coming in. Now what can he do? Probably not a whole lot. There you are, JKS. Swinging around out of window. And Renegades find themselves a 6th, so increasing that lead. Grayhound, though, back on the guns. And will they be able to find a 5th and stop this momentum? 5 in a row for Renegades.
That's the good news for them. They got the guns back up. They've got the utility. Sterling's got the AWP. And let's be real, they're trading some good rounds back and forth on their T side of Mirage. It's 4-6. Definitely not out of control, and potential for them to be able to pick up a 5th round and keep things nice and competitive. Should be interesting to see if Renegades are really going to run away with this half at this point, or whether Grayhound are going to fight back a little bit. It's going to be a difficult task for them, though. Look at this money on Renegades. Very much built up at this point.
But here we are. Matches going live yet again. Dexter still yet to bite. Will do so at the last moment. As it looks like he will be lining up potentially a window smoke. It is quite late, hoping that the Molotov fades, but the timing favouring Grat in this situation, so the Molotov not wasted this time. Precautionary, and it pays off.
Grayhound heard that though.
Yep. They are switched on, so they won't peek the one way that Grat has. Not even a one way, it's just a gap. A big old gap. But Sterling waited, posting, has this angle. And if he's not flashed off, this could be a free frag if Grat... Well, he's actually jumped over to short, so now we won't have anyone in this round peeking jungle, not for the moment anyway. And if that was a pre-scope, JKS won't actually know that Sterling is here, but look at this, the rotations of the setup proving effective, but we might see some action in a moment. Malta finding the frag there onto JKM. Although Grat taking down Dick Stacey, making his way back to short, but shut down. Won't go for the repeak, and in the 4v4, Malta has made his way onto the A site here, but aggressive towards A main. JKS in a perfect position.
As is in the firebox as well. So 2 big landmines for Grayhound to avoid here.
Oh, but the timing. Well, there's JKS to go down. Malta swinging. But they need to clear firebox here. Everyone throwing some util. Dexter not even spotting that on the jump. Oh, he has on the map, though, turning around at just the right moment. Malta finding Grat, and Urkus taking down Azza, who was that landmine that you mentioned, but Liaz now in the 1v4 on the lurk. Big flank through T-spawn. The T's are aware, though. Dexter posting on this position.
It'll be pretty hard for him to make it work at this point. Not sure he necessarily needs to. Would be the worst thing in the world to just hold on to this one, but it's a question of damage here for Liaz. Damage to the T-side's economy.
Getting all the information that he needs. Who's this Urkus at stairs? Should be able to pick up the frag, which he does. Headshot in the bag for the man that is having, I wouldn't say a slow start, but isn't outperforming anyone else on the team, except for Dick Stacey, who's still on that egg there. 0 for 11, just not finding those entries that we are used to him getting.
And on the T side, it's where he needs to be doing the good work there.
Yep.
For the side of Grayhound.
Now it looks like there is going to be a short tunnel created with the utility.
Big gap though for Jacob to exploit, and Grat again, he's been so money in this maps thus far.
Oh, but he hasn't been spotted, look at that. The angle just not going Sterling's favour. Spectator smoke. Just so much cover from the vision of the AWPer. But here we are, Malta cracking open this B site finally. 2 so far and pulling the rotate, but he's got the bomb, which has now gone down as Sterling was still over at mid, trying to cut the rotates, but Renegades rotating passively will not go into his field of vision. The JKS making his way to short, looking for more information. But JKM has the angle. Will Sterling be able to pull it off? Up on the couch, takes down Grat, who wasn't ready for the heightened angle, I guess we'll say. But JKM here at jail. Perfect position to hold the cross. Sterling essentially has a 50-50 chance of making the right call here. Not sure if the shadow has been spotted. I believe it has. And there's the info. Scope. Giving everything away. JKM jumps on it. Picks up the final frag of the round, and Renegades take a 7th.
It's a round you really don't want to be losing if you're Grayhound. It's going to make your money situation pretty awkward. And let's be real. If Malta wasn't hitting this many cracking shots with the AK, that one wouldn't have even looked close. He's the only one who doubles up in that round. Sterling makes it a little bit closer in the 1-on-3, but he didn't really have a whole lot of chance of winning that one. So without Malta having a pretty decent performance for himself, there really wouldn't be too much in this part of the half for Grayhound at all. Really was the run of 4 rounds, but since then it's all been Renegades.
But here we are. Towards the A site, Grayhound looking like they are just going to go for a basic execute. But straight out before the flashes, but JKM swinging it back. Sterling, though, providing with the rifle once again in this best of 3. Now Grat looking to play retake, has an edge on the smoke that he can play. The bomb going to be planted for CT here. Azza, though, almost getting the spray down. Sterling on the trade once again. He's found 3, setting himself up for the ace. But Dexter, he's got himself the M4 now. He goes down. Grat through the box. Sterling getting aggressive. Now 4 frags for him at 26 HP remaining. Liaz, a couple of bullets through the box is all it will take. And that's it. Just holding his ground. You've seen that a few times in this best of 3 so far from Renegades. When it is a 1v1, they will just crouch and hold their ground. Yeah. Expecting the over-aggression, the over-peaks coming out from Grayhound. And, you know, they've won the majority of the situations where they've done that. So
it's normal. You get such a big advantage from taking a wide swing like that, but the one-on-one, it can be a little less favourable.
Especially against the turret,
Yep.
you know.
Turret himself, he's not going to miss that one.
So there you go, Renegades finding an 8th, so they've got the majority in the CT side here on Mirage. Can they take it to double digits? Grayhound now back on the pistols, so they shouldn't win this, but we've seen a couple of ecos won tonight by both teams.
Look, Renegades, it's time to put the nail in the coffin. We want a nice, clean 10-5 half to move into the T side of this map. This should be a qualification point. Out come the Ts from Slope. They're getting shut down by Jacob and JKS, and that's it. All the Js in the kill feed. 5 kills between them. Don't lose any guns whatsoever, and a whole lot of utility and armor and pistols brought up by Grayhound in this round. Nets them literally nothing.
Literally nothing.
Literally.
Just like Dick Stacey's kills there. Literally nothing.
Easy there, Mac.
Bit of a rough start to the map. You know, we know he's better than it though. You know, I'm going to pull the Kevin. You know he's better than it.
In an important game like this is not the performance you'd want to be having. Urquhart, though, good performance for him. This is a top mid smoke, I'm assuming. That's probably from Renegades.
Yep.
Certainly gets dunked as Asa takes his leave.
But now 4v4. JKS just can't hold. Did manage to find one, but Dexter on the trade.
Dinks the second player as well, and that is Molotov flushing the T out. Is going to be an easy kill for Asa. A 3-on-2, and they don't know where the rest of Grayhound is just yet. This one player playing retake from CT. That's Grad on the AWP. It's not going to be an easy one to navigate away from. It's going to be on Sterling to shut him down.
But this is the opportunity that Grayhound need to get the bomb planted. Obviously, Grat is here trying to hold. With 2 smokes, what are we going to see? Sterling throwing that one, which...
Top con, I think.
Top con?
Yep.
Never seen that throw for it, but, you know, I'll put that one in the strat book.
So jungle and top con being smoked off. Dick Stacey throws the bomb over to Sterling. He's going to get flashed into CT Swarm. Grad's ready for it, though. Instantly punished. That's an 0-15 for Dick Stacey. And in a match like this, that's not what you want to be seeing. It's all on Sterling. Had a decent performance for himself. 1-on-3, going to be a pretty tough task here, Mac.
Jiggling, he's found the first. Grad on the trade, though. Look at the timing there. Perfect play to pick up the final round of the half. And Renegades find that double digits, leading Grayhound by 5 rounds into the second. Do you think Grayhound can hold on the CT side? Usually we see them performing on that T side, you know. Very aggressive gamers, but just being shut down here in Mirage today.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it has to be a symptom of Dick Stacey not really being able to get it going on the T side. He's such a important part of this team on both T and CT, making huge amounts of impact and taking control of the game. But, you know, you can't get it going every game. It's difficult to do as an entry kind of player, as a more aggressive player. You can't ask it of him every single game, and unfortunately, it's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Sometimes that bad game that you're inevitably going to have, it comes up at the wrong time. But it's not over yet. There's potential for him to be able to turn it around. There's potential for Grayhound to be able to bring this one back. 5 rounds is not the worst thing in the world on a map like Mirage. The scarier prospect, though, is that Renegades definitely very familiar with playing Mirage on the T side. Plenty of experience doing so. So they won't have too many issues trying to navigate their way through this T side as they might have done on Overpass.
But it looks like we are going to see Renegades going for that good old contact play into B. Dick Stacey on the angle. Can he find his first? There we go. He's cracked the air goal right now. This is how the comeback begins. Dick Stacey finding 2. So there you go. Infinitely duplicating his score there. But in the 2v4, it's up to Liaz and AZR to hold. And Dexter here, jiggling, looking for some info. Azar getting aggressive to war. How's he done it? He did it in the first map as well. The man's a god with these pistols, and unfortunately for Renegades, they can't hold in the 2v4. Beautiful shot from Azar running into Market Door, but there you go. So Grayhound finding a 6th.
There you go, Mac. I told you. Tough to get it going on the T side, but Dick Stacey, that just speaks to his mentality. The man's literally untiltable. He can be 0-15, but if you're running into his bomb site in the next half, he's still going to get 2 of you. Good stuff from him. He steps up, Grayhound grabbed the pistol, and I'm expecting to see more and more of it from Dick Stacey going forward into this game.
So feeding the confidence of that big old man. the big Dick Stacy. Might just be what Renegades don't want to do. So going to the opposite site this time, heading over towards A with a couple of upgraded pistols and the AK for Jacob. Jacob. It's because there's JKS, so it's JKM.
Oh.
You know, it's a thing.
We've all been there.
We've all been
Rat's
there.
going to open it up onto Dexter though, and that's 2 kills very quickly in the favour of Renegades. Bomb's going to go down as well. This jungle smokes allow them to slip into some better post-plant positions. Jacob, though, not setting up for the post-plant he's looking for more kills. He's not going to find any, so he's just going to end up in CT, which is a great position to crossfire the rest of his team into. Grayhound trying to retake it.
The crossfire, is it going to be successful? Urki looking over to Tetris, finds one of the JKS, but Jacob holding strong on the trade. Dick Stacy looking for one, almost the second. Jumping up to find Liaz in the corner, who goes down now in the 1v2. There is no kit in play. They've got to get on the bomb. They might have left it too late. It looks like they have. Sterling, he's found it. He's tapped it. Has a peek in, trying to deny the defuse. Is it going to come out? Oh,
They all die.
they just got on it that little bit too late.
0.2 of a second could have been the round for Grayhound had they tapped it just in time. Good stuff from, I think it was Dick Stacy left alive with Sterling. Even tanks a lot of the shots with his own body and takes down Azza. Does everything he could, but at the end of the day, sometimes that half a second difference means that all of your hard work is all for naught.
They had to go pick up the kit. I think someone died with it in CT. That was literally a little bit of timing difference that just didn't go in Greyhound's favour this time. But Renegades finding their first of the T side. And it was a good time to find it, upsetting Greyhound. Now that economy in the bin, but we've seen Greyhound do damage tonight with these pistols, so we'll see if they can do it again. Grouping up on short though. No one here to hold. Zerkist has gone down into underpass, but will he find Liaz, who is ready and waiting? As the main point of contact is going to be short here. JKS finding Urkus. Sterling, though, replying with the scout and a second onto Grat, but now the Deagle has been shot, and Liaz is about to be flanked by Malta, it seems. And in the 3v2, Dexter is here trying to hold on site with that 5-7. He has delayed the plant for a moment, but Liaz not spotted just yet. There you go, although
Oh my god.
Malta's put himself in a rough position. Dexter actually dropping that bomb. Liaz so low now in the 1v1. Dexter
They've
facing...
lost it again to pistols, Mac. I can't believe it.
I
thought Malta fluffed that one actually by inspecting the 5-7. Did you see? The
No.
gun actually just jumped in front of his cross there, so he wasn't able to line up the headshot properly onto that player at Van.
I didn't see that one.
But Dexter is the goods with the pistol, closes it out, and Renegades. Oh, that was the map right there. And they've thrown it away against the pistols again. Unable to navigate. Sterling doing massive work with the scout there from bench. Double headshot from the man.
Now the
Can't argue that
pistol,
he's been stepping up for sure.
pistol rush coming out towards Con here. Sterling definitely hearing the information, but with that smoke, the T's are now looking to just take that unders control.
Look, you really got to give it to Renegades. At least they're keeping it consistent. They have to lose at least one ART per map here. Otherwise, you know, it's not a Renegades game.
But here we are, Urks. Look at the timing here. Catching Liaz, swapping pistols as well. And Nade going down to the bottom of mid. Tagging Grat down just a touch, but the rifles here, they're not M4s, but they're still doing the damage. But talk about damage, P2 there for Jacob. Can't quite find the second. Malta and Dexter finishing off the round, upgrading to that AK, which will be saved into the 20th. And Greyhound now looking for their 9th round. Renegades, though, they will be back on the pistol, on the guns, sorry. JKS actually going for the Galil, same as Grat, so bit of a force buy, but can they pull another round in their favour?
It's pretty normal buy, I would say. Unfortunately, not all the grenades that they may wish to have, but enough to make it work for sure. Enough to run any kind of strategy that they wish to do so. A couple of these teams out towards mid. Pretty spread up affair from all the boys on Renegades. 2 towards top mid, quickly towards bench as I think it's a double underpass on the T's here.
Both teams have missed their window smoke today. Yeah. From top mid. They've just been throwing it too low. It's weird to see. Anyway, Sterling getting that bit of information as the jump comes out towards window there. Molotov forcing Renegades out of position for the moment, but potentially just looking to boost up. Dexter getting some damage off, but he takes some in the process. Now 2 men at the top of Con here are going to be spotted. Jacob, though, picking up the 2K, trading Azar out, and now in the 3v4. Renegades with the man advantage, but Jacob down to 8 HP. He's going to be trying to come in from jungle, but the timing, look at that. Malta just going up the ladder at precisely the wrong moment.
He's been so good on the AK, the T side. Jacob, Urquhart might find the timing here, but Liaz, not going to be fooled by that one. Punished him coming up the Con. Here's Dick Stacey. Couple of low Ts. Potential here, but he's got no kit, so it's probably not a real possibility. But dear Lord, Jacob, I mean, he pretty much opens up the round on all of these T rounds, gets the massive impact. Like that first force where they drop him the hero AK, he has the goods in that one, doubles up, and then even in these later T rounds, he's just opening it up. And despite Renegades losing against that force buy from Grayhound, Jacob gets it all done. What was that? A 4K for him in that round, despite having 8 HP for the last two, still makes it work. 21 frags for the man. What a performance.
Just huge, just pulling it out when it's necessary.
Sorry,
Third map of the day.
It's just that EU factor, isn't it?
It has to be.
Yeah.
Just knowing that he's got a bigger brain than what us Aussies can naturally have. It's rough. Grat, you know, he's out of that. Same as Sterling. They're not Aussies, so they have the potential to have big brains. That's it.
Yeah, true. I wish I had a big brain so I could control that AK spray like that. Hit that one bullet like Jacob. Maybe one day. A couple more years in uni, and probably still not going to happen. CT's pretty well stacked on this A-bomb site, which is scary prospects because it seems like Renegades are leaving the bomb around that area. Probably for some mid-control. Azar is going to make his way into ladder, flashed in by Jacob. So they have a pretty crucial position in a round like this.
But will Renegades go into the pistols yet again? They haven't felt it out. They've
Ooh.
spotted the AWP on Dexter there.
They're naturally going to go away from the AWP into the stack. As soon as you see the AWP on B site, you don't go, hey, let's go towards that AWP. Nope. Pretty normal response. Let's go away from the AWP, straight into the 4 stack of pistols. Not again, Mac. Oh, no.
Oh, and Urkus manages to get the positioning as well as a rifle in his hands. And here comes the push. 40 seconds remaining. They don't have to commit, but they have found a frag onto Dick Stacey. Wary that Urkus is in Pal, and he will find another frag onto Grat. And that Shadow giving away the position of Malta there at default. Jacob now looking for another, but Dexter coming around with the AWP. Sterling on the deagle though, getting the 1 dig onto Jacob, and well, that just you know, is a round we've seen many times before today.
Well, look, at least they were armoured. At least there was an AWP on the other side. There was a good reason for why they navigated their way into that stack.
Yep.
But even then, it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth, honestly.
But the
Renegades,
perfect bait though.
Yeah.
It was the perfect trap, and it's worked successfully against Renegades.
It's just dominoes. Perfect order of events. Dexter picks up Azar goes, well, AWP's on B. Bomb's already dropped towards A, and we've got Palace control. 2 + 2 = 4, except when it doesn't.
Yep. Except that one time that it just for some reason doesn't.
Yeah.
But there you go. Huge play from Urkus though, finding the frag. Perfect timing as JKS actually pulled the flash out. You know, if he didn't pull the flash out, it might have gone the other way, but just very, very confident in the knowledge that the AWP was on the other side. But here we go. Aggression towards mid now. Dick Stacey. Lots of information. The waterfall strat is going to be shut completely down by Malta. 3 frags for him, but now the 2v4. That is an M4 gained for Azar there. Grat falls early.
Pretty successful, to be honest, especially if he holds onto the M4. There's a bomb plant. He's actually trying to go for damage. Fair enough.
Gets the angle, but so does Urky. Through the edge of the smoke. Pre-fire there.
That's a huge bomb plant for Renegades. Look,
Yep.
that's going to help Liaz get an AK on the board. All the lads get a whole bunch of more utility. Grat's got enough money for an AWP. So although Grayhound getting some pretty big breaks on this CT side of Mirage, Renegades still firmly in the lead, still able to grab themselves the guns and the utility to be able to continue into this half, and it doesn't look like Jacob's slowing down.
So they may have won the battle, but have they won the war? Renegades now. Well, Leah's actually prioritising that utility, so not going for the AK, but we've seen him do a huge amount of damage with the Galil before in history, so see if he can continue it. One way there for Jacob in apartments. I wonder if this is going to allow him to open up the B site, knowing that a lot of utility has been spent by the CTs. Does he have the one way there? No, Urkus is actually going to spot him right at the perfect time as well, standing at the edge of the smoke, body blocking the T's. JKS goes down as well. Leah's jumping, baiting the sound, and with the 5-7, he will find himself the 3K. Leah's spotted and shut down out the window. Dick Stacey on the cover. What a round from Grayhound. Urkus just somehow getting away with that first frag as well. The information just unfortunately for Renegades going in favour of the doggies.
Huge performance from that man, and Dick Stacey, big step up for him as well. You got to point out the fact 0-15 in the first half. Now he's 8-4 on CT side.
In 9 rounds, so that's almost a frag round as well.
Making it work, and it's the big difference maker, isn't it? Grayhound coming back into this game. They're getting quite a few, I wouldn't even say necessarily lucky breaks, just some good calls that end up working out. Renegades pushed into a lot of these pistol stacks, running into some pretty unfortunate circumstances that Grayhound sort of nudges them in. You know, they're already near the cliff's edge. Grayhound just kind of, little pushover, not a huge one, just a little nudge.
Little tap, you know, cow tipping, right?
Yeah.
Just a little nudge.
Jesus Christ,
huh?
All right. Now Renegades.
Dog tipping.
Going to try to make some... It's not getting better, Mac. It's getting worse, all right?
I'm sorry.
They're going to try and make these pistols work.
There you go. As it just doesn't clear ladder there. Perfect timing for Urky to go for the peak as well. So that will open up the round in favour of Grayhound. You know, Jacob and Leaz both wanting to peak together, going for the old bait and switch, but facing at the perfect time.
Can Urkos just stop, please, Mac?
He's just doing it,
It's not
isn't
fair. You're not meant to just have 3 absolute dynamite performances back-to-back against an opponent of Renegade's caliber, but he's doing it. Because the boys stepping up as well, doubling up for Dick Stacey, and they avoid that eco round from Renegades.
Great hold there
You
from
really
Dick.
got to look at the money on the CT side now as they're on the warpath, on the comeback.
Look, Dick Stacey,
Renegades.
he's finally getting that confidence back too, with all these little frags. That's all it takes. It's just, you know, like you said, the pistol round was the start, and here you go. You can't get going until you've starting, right?
They're already a map ahead as well, so this is what I expect from Grayhound, the aggression, 100%. You've got the economy to be able to make it work. You've got the map advantage. Potential for them to be able to put the nail in the coffin with some aggressive plays up against Renegades. Utility thrown out, but Malta drops the smoke, Mac.
Yep, and the timing favouring Grayhound. What is this? Now look, it's Dexter solo on site. Managed to find one there, but the T's aren't quite aware that Malta's on the other side of the smoke. JKS seems to have a hunch. He's looking away. Not sure if he's playing counter flash or he is tipped on, and there you go. Perfect flick to get the headshot. Malta can't do the damage. So the bait was essentially that, a bait. But Urkus actually bringing it back to a 3v3, so JKS unaware that the flank was coming in, and now this is a winnable round for Grayhound if they don't take too long, which they did before. So Dick Stacey coming out on top over Leaz there. Urkus getting shut down on the flank. Both the CTs looking to come in from CT here. Bomb planted at the front of Triple. So the smokes have been expent, and we do see Grat trying to play clutch. It's planted for Azza as well, so the bomb taps. Grat goes wide. He will find one. Dick on the trade. But now Azza makes his way at the Tetris. Perfect timing on the peak there. Takes Dick down. And Renegades maintain that lead by 1 round, 13-12. Can they close it out before Grayhound keep this ball rolling?
Look, that's great work from JKS. Shutting down Malta was a big deal in that round. Being very clued on, just holding the Palace flank, holding the ramp flank, and that nets Renegades their round in that bit of an AE execute. Now, Grayhound, potential to be able to reset these Renegades, because that round came down to the 1v1, I believe, which is going to mean a lot of rebars having to come across the board.
Yep.
A lot of broke terrorists, not so broke CTs. They still have money for days, and if they do win this round, this pause is an extremely well-timed one, because this is an important one for Grayhound. Potential for them to reset Renegades and get a foothold back into this game, even up the score in this round, but you're really talking about getting 2 rounds on the trot after that and getting your way towards 14.
Yeah, so Renegades, are they going to be able to take it to a 14th? This is the round they need to do it. Dangerous territory.
Make or break here for both teams.
Yep.
Dick Stacey getting aggressive in middle, little 1-2 bait and switch set up between him and Sterling.
Watching unders, waiting for the lurk, which won't come out. Renegades staying passive and expecting that aggression, which Grayhound are generally known for on the CT side.
Yep. The Definitely has been a trait on all the maps, and in this map, I think Stacey's going to give it up a little bit more though. Start to fall off that mid control. Now Renegades starting to make moves, making major moves in fact. Trying to take mid control. Flashes come out as some of the lads head towards landing up the smokes. There's a window smoke out, and the T's are actually going to wait for it. So, providing it hits, which it does, short smoke comes out as well.
But so is a bottom con smoke, so that could keep Renegades guessing. But the nade coming from short, they are aware. Dexter actually finding the first of the round onto Liaz. He's got an aggressive there in apartments. But now the bomb at the bottom of mid. Is this going to be enough? No, Dexter shut down. It's brought to the 4v4, but Urka's still on short here, looking to hold. Dick Stacey's gone for the big rotate all the way around to window.
It's not going to stop either.
No. And now Azza at the bottom of con here. Smoking up the top and looking for the B-split, but Urkus, can he get back to the right position? Making it to Shroud, but the man, oh, coming up short. Oh, there you go, JKS, he's gone down. Perfect flick here. Urkus so aware, but a good shot from Jacob.
Never expected him to hit that one.
Into this. Well, he's checked it, you know. He's a smart man, Urky. But now, Jacob, he's gone down, and Azza last alive in the 1v3. Push coming in. Is he going to be able to get the trades? Isolating the angles, splitting in together. Surely they get the trade. There you go. Malta coming out on top, ready for the positioning, ready for the aggression. As when he is in those 1vx situations, you know, he always goes for the peak first. He always tries to catch the CTs off guard, and it seems like Grayhound is starting to switch onto that too. They're not pre-firing straight into the corner or pre-aiming at all, which has been essentially losing them the battles. But this time, they were ready, and they've keeping it close. 13 rounds each. So
there you go. Greyhound straight back into it. It's the important round that they needed to win after Renegades got that round towards A. They've reset the money after a very close round win for Renegades. Difference being, though, not as hard of a reset due to that bomb plant on B in the last round. Going to help Renegades get back into it. But Greyhound, this is the last couple of steps here.
I can't believe how many pistol rounds Greyhound have won, or like upgraded pistol.
It's pretty ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, especially against Renegades, who are supposed to be, you know, the cream of the crop here from the Oceanic region, mixed in with your boy Jacob, who's been putting on a performance here on this map today. But Urkist finding one, actually letting one man out there, as at the top of Con. JKS with a bit of a crossfire here, looking to split onto the A site. The bomb has been retrieved and will be rotating in. Leo's doing the honours. Azza and JKS both being shut down by Dexter here, ready and waiting with that M4A1S. Went for the trade, did their best, but Dexter is finally turning up. And there you go, Sterling posted on a main, catching Liaz and the bomb, and now taking the lead. Greyhound 14-13. How close can this map get? Can Renegades hit back, or a Greyhound going to walk away with it now?
I mean, even if they do hit back here, Mac, I mean, Greyhound's got the money advantage, and at the end of these kind of games, that makes such a big difference. Because as soon as Renegades wins a round, if Greyhound hits back straight away at 14-14 and makes that 15-14 in their favour, they're going to break Renegades' money again. So Renegades, very little room for error. And it's going to be hard to avoid those errors when you have limited utility to stop the potential peaks from Greyhound.
Look at this, Jacob looking for the frag through the smoke. Just unable to connect, shooting a little bit too high. Thinking that someone was playing close there. Oh, but look at this. Azza, how has he done this? What the hell? So much information. Surely Sterling does not bother turning around from this position.
Look at the rotations from the rest of Renegades as well. They're heading in towards the A bomb site.
This is it. This is everything. He's taking the spray. Sterling just does not react at all. Wondering how the hell Azza was there. But Dexter, he's got one little hope, one little dream, and it's going to be shut down. What a play from the IGL. Azza, absolutely huge.
Makes it 4. Oh my God. What a round to come away with it as well. They needed an absolute blinder in this round to build up their money to avoid the potential of Greyhound resetting them on that next round that's coming up. But, how did he even get there?
I don't know. He must have gone to window and timed the... did he go through B? He might have... Because he was behind Sterling. Where was Sterling looking? Did he go under his scope? Like, Could he have done the peekaboo but just gone completely through?
He's no-clipped. He's gone and turned cheats on, hasn't he?
Well, he could have.
He's no-clipped through the floor.
I don't think that's an option, but hopefully it's not an option. Otherwise, I do it all the time. There we are. Urkist finding a consolation frag, taking it down Liaz. And Renegades finding that 14th. But as you said, Grayhound can buy up again, but can they spot their enemies? That will be the key to this round.
Yeah, making sure that as it's not in your spawn, that's going to be a pretty one to recover from mentally for Grayhound. I mean, that's how you lose an important, crucial round like that. Anyway, though, Renegades can be able to buy straight into this one, and look at the money on those blokes. 3K on a bunch of their players.
Those blokes.
If they get the bomb down as well, even if they lose this one, there should be a pretty decent buy into the next. Grayhound as well, quite good money. So it's just action-packed stuff, Mac. Gun rounds on gun rounds on gun rounds. None of those silly games where one team breaks the other and someone's just crying because they have to try and bring it into OT with a UMP or some CZs or something like that. Oh.
OT?
Well,
maybe?
There's potential for it, for sure.
It's high potential. So Grayhound can actually buy into the final round if they do lose this one too.
Looking like a bit of a set play out of Renegades. A 4-1 already being set up. People in position to throw these A smokes. Azza at top middle has used all of his utility. And Grayhound, it's a triple push into B apartments. What a round for it as well. Dexter's trying to zoom his way over to jungle. And with all these smokes coming out, it's going to be on him and Malta to do some damage before this round really gets resolved for Renegades. But Azza in a fantastic position here in connector could make the difference again.
But that's it. Looks like he will get aggressive. Dexter ready, though. Who's going to come in on top? Dexter there, opening up the round. So 4v4 now. 3v4. Everything going crazy. Dexter pulling out his knife, looking away at the wrong moment. Liaz finding 2. So this is how...
Oh, my lord.
They got the old
Look at this
one
man.
Up on Cash. But now Dick Stacey spotting so much information. JKS goes down. He knows there's a man below. Liaz in jungle gets tagged up, but not taken down. Now it's all up to Sterling in the 1v2. But Renegades know. He's got to be the util. Taking the gamble. May as well use it.
I'm ticking away. This might be a bridge too far for Sterling. He gets the dink onto Jacob, but AK better than M4. One of them does 100 in one, and it's not the M4, I'll tell you that, Mac. I know that for a fact. I've seen a lot of CS games at this point. The
trades everywhere. It just was, And
that duel at jungle. So crucial, but imagine if Renegades have won that as well. How clean that round would have been. Didn't even need to do it at that point, though. It's like you said, the trades, the fundamentals for Renegades, creating so much space with their utility usage. Didn't get the bomb down very early on in the piece there. Look at this aggression out from Grayhound. It's a 1-for-1, though, and I'm not sure that's fantastic result, all things considered, for Grayhound. It's a push through B apartments from Urkast. Potential for that to be punished by Liaz, who's chilling back there.
I assume that there's a back app smoke there because there hasn't been any bullets shot.
Probably.
So
JKS also not going to hear Dexter pushing into ramp here. There's so many moving pieces in this round. I can't keep track of it all. My head's spinning.
So I'm not sure if this has been spotted either. Renegades are going to go slow.
No chance.
Trade it out.
The spacing's absolutely excellent from the Renegades players, though, so
yep.
It'd be pretty hard pressed for Dexter to find more than one. He might not even be able to find one. He's been found by Azza. Rotations coming across from Grayhound, but they're under a lot of pressure here, and this is for the match. I don't know if this is going to be too much for them to handle.
But Dexter somehow getting back to default. Dishes out a tiny bit of damage, but in the 3v3, Renegades are looking to close it out here. Will we see overtime? 2 M4s and an AWP, which is going to take down Grat, but Liaz as well getting the trade through triple there. Now 30 seconds remaining, the bomb in the hands of the Renegades. Can they ride the doggies to victory? But look at that, the peak, the timing. Dick Stacey turning up when it was needed most. And we are going to overtime, folks. What the hell? Final map of the series. Literally couldn't be closer. This is ridiculous.
Oh my lord, I don't know if I can handle all of that. Just that
you want some more?
They've got some big cojones. Like, honestly, you can. That's all you have to say. Like, in a round where it's 15-14, not just one player pushing and taking control of his part of the map, but two of them both taking the game by the balls and just going, I'm going to get in there. I'll tell you what, Mac, I'm not as brave as some of these lads. I would be sitting in my little corner on the CT side, praying to the Counter-Strike gods that I'm not checked by one of these teams coming into the bomb site, but not Grayhound. These lads, they get in there, they go hard, and they try to make the best of it, and they've done just that. They pushed it into overtime.
What is it? Face it till you make it? Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Yeah. You like
I don't know
fake
what
it till
that
you
is.
make it? Don't like it? You know, face. Don't hide.
Yeah.
No, you don't
Not
like
bad.
that one. Anyway,
Decent.
whatever. I'll try.
Textually, though, pretty poor.
Yep, sorry. Ah, well.
Plenty of things to talk about, but pugging's not one of them. Far from a pug is this match of CS. But the plays, I mean, pretty highlight worthy, I must say.
Yeah, it looks like the bomb's been planted here in warm-up. So hopefully Renegades can do that when it actually goes back to the live game. Anyway, I didn't see this. I didn't see OT coming. I thought it was going to be close, but I didn't think it was going to be this close. Who is going to take it from this position? Renegades, they've been putting some rounds on the board. It seems like they put the equal amount of T rounds that Grayhound did.
Listen, Mac, I've only one proposition for you, my friend.
What's that?
I don't know if proposition's the right word, but more of a statement, I guess.
Yep.
It's pretty simple, really. You can't lose to anti-ecos if there aren't any.
All right, so you reckon Renegades are going to come out on top here?
I reckon they will indeed, but I wouldn't be surprised if your boy Grayhound dig deep. Dick Stacey, what a resurgence in the second half. Urquhart with an absolutely massive performance as well.
Yep. Just swinging it back and forth.
And Malta was dragging them through that T-side along with Sterling, so pretty much everybody's stepping up. You can go anywhere on both the lineups. No one's really lagging behind now that we've headed into this third map. Match is live. Jogo Valendo, if we were in the South American qualifier. And we're heading straight back into this one.
So, no double AWP on the left, no double AWP on the right. Just Grat and Sterling, mono, E, mono. Yeah, towards a main hit. Malta getting aggressive. More aggressive than before. And look at this, Azza is so ready, but so is Malta. He's done this before in a 1-for-1 trade, probably favouring Renegades, but Dexter's holding 2K for him, and that's going to shut down the A push already. So on the 4v2, we've seen it swing back in Renegades' favour before in this series so far. JKS now going into the smoke, shooting to mask the sound, but now surely Urquhart knows that there's a man here at the stairs, but Dick Stacey just holding. The bomb should be planted successfully. No one able to deny. JKS, he's almost found the first, but Dick Stacey with the 2-tap. JKS goes down, and Grat whiffs as well, so Dick Stacey putting on a show here. Him and Dexter, the double Ds, coming out, and Grayhound will take the lead 16-15 in the first round of overtime.
Yeah, and we really got to point out that it's MR10K as well, so big win for the CT. It's quite important because if you do lose 2 in a row on that CT side, you head into the third round, Mac, you can still buy M4s, but it's a pretty woeful buy. You usually end up with a bit of a sad state of affairs, smokes and some flashes, but you don't have a kit or any Molotovs to work with, which in an overtime round, at least one tier to your eye, for sure.
Yeah, well, this is a Renegades timeout, so they are just taking a second to recompose themselves and decide what they're going to do. That aggression from Grayhound just, you know, providing once again, Malta opening up and then Dexter shutting it down essentially. Just can they do it twice in a row? Renegades, will they go back to A? Will they continue to force the pressure there until Grayhound crack, or will they change up the strat? And it looks like we are going to see them going for a bit of mid-control here.
Window is going to really nullify what Sterling can do. It's actually a lot of pressure towards Con here from the T's, and they're going to very quickly make their way up there. At least Jacob will. One way for him. He does spot it out Dexter, but Malta again opens up the round in A ramp. Dexter going to be punished by Jacob 1-for-1. T's all pretty much all in the same area, and Malta's gone and taken Palace. Not only does he go into A ramp and kill your A player, but then he goes and takes the Palace as well. What a baller.
He's all about that A control, mate. Looking to play retake. Sterling as well, just covering window, but giving up any control from Connector, which was lost when Dexter went down.
This is all going to be on Liaz as well as Jacob to go and just try to clear out the extremities of the map because, let's face it, it's nice to have window control. It's nice to be in middle.
There's the bomb too.
Urcast, again, another key frag from the man. All these Grayhound boys, they're stepping up.
That's it. Sterling switched on, ready for that little lurk that shut Grayhound down when Azza made his way somehow behind Sterling. But Sterling is no fool. He won't be tricked twice. And now it's all up to Jacob with the bomb and the A site. As Grayhound are just fully hard on the retake here. But Jacob looks like he will go into window. Clearing all the corners, potentially going over to B here. Sterling, though, switched on. Look at this, covering that flank. And he is so ready. Can he hit the shot, though? Jacob was ready for that one, too. He went for the counter-strafe, but straight into the AWP scope. So that's not really what you want to see if you're a Renegades fan. But Grayhound, the Dogs, taking the 2-round lead in the first half of overtime.
Here's the MR10 kicking in. He's bought 2 AWPs in a row, so he's got 2,400 in the bank heading into the 3rd round of OT. That's not a good feel whatsoever. He's going to have to go down to the P250, but he's going to have full util. So if one of his teammates does die or they kill a CT, potentially recover himself a gun. So I like the P250 purchase quite a lot. Another quick one, interconnected for 3 of these Ts. Jacob did the same thing as last round. See if a few of the boys are going to back him up or not. A double under balcony set up for Grayhound. Dexter's got the smoke out just in case a Molotov does find its way under the balcony with 2 of these boys. Very different setup for Grayhound. Not too much aggression this time around, but instead quite the opposite, really. Some pretty passive setups here. Sterling playing retake that entire murder hole. Very aware that Renegades like to go for this window boost at this point. A lot of rounds of Counter-Strike. Here comes the jungle split into A.
There you go. The man under Pal is going to hold so strong. The Italian Stallion, for the Maltese Stallion, rather.
Oh, they're going to check Dexter, though. The double under Balk setup could be the end of Renegades in this half of OT.
This is it. They don't know where Dexter is, and that's the problem. So they might actually check it. Although, as I've said that, JKS just not going to bother. Here you go. 2 free frags for Dexter. The bomb goes down, and that's essentially the first half of OT done. But Azza, can he win the 1v4? Been feeling sharp tonight. He's found 2 so far. It's a little bit worrying here for Grayhound. The bomb's still down in front of default. But does Sterling have the angle? He definitely doesn't. Oh. But there's the peak. What a trade from Urky, though. Oh, my gosh. That was edge of your seat action.
If you lost that as Grayhound, you're kicking yourself as Dexter. He just goes for the wide swing. Not a single teammate inside. Azza just deletes him. And I really thought that was going to be the 1v4 from Azza, but Urcast has got the goods. That's the kind of thing that haunts you for the rest of your career. You go for that wide swing and Renegades pick up that round of OT, and then you lose the map. And that's the kind of thing that's you're going to think about for a long time, but you don't have to worry about thinking about that because Urcast, he has the goods. He wins the one-on-one that should never have even got to that stage. And you know what's going to make you feel a little bit better and not make you think about that anymore? If you win just one more round on the side of Grayhound and you end up going through to the minor, it would be definitely considered an upset to take out Renegades.
But that's it. We are potentially on the final round of the match for the next 3 rounds, if we even get there.
Yep.
Grayhound, they've been showing up on their T side today. But can they close it out? That's it. You know, Renegades
on Mirage. They had a pretty flat T side on this map, so they're going to have to make it work a little bit better.
But that was when Dick Stacey wasn't fragging, and the man's been showing up in the second half and first half of OT. So if he pulls his weight that little bit, those close rounds which we were seeing could just go back in the favour of the doggies.
100% agree, Mac. Great point there.
So, you know, maybe that is all the Greyhounds needed to just get back in this game. A little bit of confidence. They do generally all play together. I think it's only Sterling that isn't at the house at the moment. So they do have the morale, but so do Renegades. They are currently on a boot camp here in Australia altogether as well. So it comes down to many, many factors, but it's just who is better on the day.
There you go. Match living up. I'm sure all the Greyhounds are fist bumping each other. Sterling probably fist bumping himself at home. Better than nothing. No ore out from the T side. Sterling's been doing pretty good work on that rifle, so can't blame him. See if they have something particular in mind, or heading very quickly towards B. And this is something I love to see when you've got a bit of room to work with on OT or even in regulation. A bit of a spanner in the works. Try to go for something to catch Renegades off guard rather than just another slow crawling round of Counter-Strike. Try to get in there and just take control of this match.
Taking control is going to be key for the Renegades now. If they let Grayhound get any bit of an opportunity, they do not hesitate. They will go out, they will crunch, and they will punish. They're letting this clock tick down. Plenty of utility used.
Renegades have no info on the other sides of the map either. They haven't pushed A, they haven't really got too much info in middle. All they know is that things are a little bit quiet. Grayhound going to call a bit of a cancel on this one though. They feel like they've taken a little bit too long, and not actually the case. Indecision might be their worst enemy here.
Look at Grat just jumping for info, but a little bit too late. And here's the boost. Zerka's come out on top. Grat with the AWP, just trying to go for the jiggle, but Urki shutting down his ex-teammate. So now Grayhound, they've got this control in window. They can split whichever way. Is Azza going to be able to hold? He will come out on top. Liaz as well, holding out Dick on short. Can he hold here from default? Isolating the angles, looking away at just the wrong moment. Malta, though, bringing it back to the 3v3. Azza here, trying to make a play. Now the man advantage going in the favour of the Renegades. Molotov forcing Azza back. He makes his way to market door. But JKS get tagged down to 22. He's found the frag onto Malta, though. So Sterling in the 1v3. Renegades have managed to bring it back. Two of the CTs are so damn low, but as the top ticks down, the clocky boy, Sterling almost finding that second. Great damage, but Renegades just keeping the dream alive, not wanting to drop into the consolidation final.
Yeah, definitely. Grayhound could have made that one work, to be honest, had they just stuck to their guns and gone for that B execute. I feel like could have worked out pretty well for them. A lot better than how that round ended up breaking down, that's for sure. But not too bad for Grayhound. Still 2 chances left in this one. Sterling going to go onto the AWP now.
There you go. Grat making the short jump yet again, playing counter flash. As he falls back up short. But now Grayhound out through the smoke. The CTs, are they ready? Jump peeking. Bit of information has been gained. But Urkus, look at this, just running around like a maniac on site, pushing over towards bench now. But JKS coming out on top. Perfect timing there for Jacob. We'll find one, not the second. As Malta gets him through the box. But here we are, Urkus, still playing this bench area. And he wrapped on by Liaz. The shift walk providing just the right timing. But in the 2v4 Renegades, man advantage. Should definitely be able to pull this one back into a round. And as the smoke starts to fade, Liaz comes out on top. Looking at the map. Putting the crosshair in the perfect spot there for Dick Stacey. One place he could be. And that one place is now the graveyard. But now Malta in the 1v4. Can he have a good hot crack at this one? The money is pretty rough there for Grayhound as well. Look at that. Sterling down to 5,500. Oh, 550 rather.
I wish he had 5,500.
You do, mate. You're biased, all right? Settle down.
I just like to see good gun rounds. I don't like to see anybody have to go onto the P250. We saw that in the first half of overtime where Grat tried to come up jungle and pick that guy on the balcony. Saw how that went for him. Not well. Sterling's going to have a similar issue to deal with as closes that one out. So Renegades trying to put it into another OT. Probably a pause out here for Grayhound to have a chat. They've been looking, how do I say, they tried to be decisive in the last round. That B round where they went back towards middle, a little indecisive, but either way, it doesn't feel like they're coming into it with the same intensity as in some of the other rounds we saw in regulation, as well as the first overtime.
How many timeouts rather do you get in overtime? Is it just one aside?
I don't think it's. I think it's just 4 for the entire map.
Okay.
Doesn't matter about overtime. It's irrelevant.
That's
if you run out, you run out.
It's something that we've seen a lot in this series, right? The timeout's being used very effectively.
Yep.
Not what we used to see. Well, we're used to seeing some timeouts in the OC meta, but nowhere near this many. I think there's just so many rounds that have swung in either team's favour that probably shouldn't have. But here we are. Look at this Grat trying to play the off angle. Won't find any contact, but Grayhound now lurking through underpass silently. Can they catch Grat off guard? But Grat is aware. Look at this, the timing. Jumping around looking for that information, but giving up some as well. The lurk coming up con. But the CT's positioning not really favouring them at the moment. Look at this, 2 of the T's out on the A site. They should be able to clear Jacob here. That will be a free frag. No, Urquhart hasn't spotted it. The jump peek here, JKS. Can he hold? Oh, he's coming out on top. Dick Stacey and Malta, though, finding the frag apiece. 1 on either site. Now, the CTs have to deal with this A player. The bomb is actually rotating, but Malta comes out on top. So 4v2. And Grat here to hold. Can he deny the bomb on the cross? Oh, he's done it. Pulling out the P250. There's a man hiding in smoke, and there you go, Dick Stacey on the cross. That will be that, and Grayhound have taken down Renegades to make their way over to the minor.
Pretty big upset, and it could not have been closer, Mac. Just back and forth action. It came down to the very last round. Renegades could have potentially put that into another round, another set of overtime rather, but not quite being able to get it done. And Grayhound have the goods. They'll be making it through to the minor. Definitely very deserved, and it's what we'd expect. We'd expect Grayhound out of all the domestic teams to be able to make it through, but now Renegades dropping into that second lower qualification match up against the winner of Order and Tainted Minds. And I mean, it'd be a bit of a long shot for Order or Tainted Minds to dig deep like Grayhound did and actually upset Renegades. But if they are actually able to do that, imagine Renegades, a team that's always a shoe-in to win the whole minor, not even making it through the minor qualification system. What a shock that would be.
That would be the biggest upset we've seen in the OCE scene for a very long time, especially considering they are the team that is over in America. They are the team that get to play against the better competition, right? The more experienced teams, the more experienced players, and you know, they have every opportunity to be better than every team over here. But Grayhound, who are isolated on our little island over here in Australia, have just managed to take down the big dogs.
They've been plying their trade, they've been improving, and it's definitely paid off. Grayhound through to the minor. Renegades knocked into the lower consolidation final. Still an opportunity for them to go through to the minor. It's going to be them up against the winner of Order and Tainted Minds, and we're going to be getting into that best of 3 series right after this short break.